you sink. That was supposed to be kind of funny. I didn't set you up for that. I didn't say you could laugh. So you can see some kites if you're inside, and some of you have probably heard about the kite project. It's called Made for Flight, that I created to commemorate the transgender people who have been murdered in the last year. There were 30 transgender people murdered just this last year, and what we know to be 8 young people who died by suicide because they were picked on because they were queer, or because they acted queer, or because they just didn't fit in. And so these black kites are for the people who died by suicide, and the other kites are for transgender folks who were murdered. And some of the kites are actually hanging at City High School, so if you get a chance, I'd say cruise by there because they look really beautiful in the windows. But spending a lot of time with these kites and with these stories has been, well, it's been a little heavy. And this is my home as well, so sort of sitting here and being with these people and their stories every day has been something to work through, right, and to manage. And so this poem, I'm going to need Bo McGuire actually to come up and give me a hand with this. I wrote the middle section of this poem with Bo's voice in particular in mind, and I feel really lucky that he's here and that I can have his voice read the part that I wrote for him. But this poem is a meditation a little bit on this experience and on some of these lives. If you want to come stand, that would be great. This poem is titled, "Which Religion Are You?" When a death occurs, it is not your death. You do not know this instinctually. The death is outside of you. You are in a dark hole, and someone is outside of you. Someone outside of you is near you, and what is near you is in a dark hole. What is in a dark hole is near you, and it is dead. Angie Gonzalez Oquendo. Azra. Emanuele Calaco Taborda. Victoria Carmen White. Irem. Dana A. Larkin. Sandy Woolard. Imperia Parson. Wong. Myra Chanel Ickle. Icon Enir. Dino. Amanda Gonzalez Andujar. Tony Alston. Durya E. Ashley Santiago Acacio. Justo Luis Gonzalez Garcia. Roy Antonio Jones III. Brenda. Wanchai Tongwajit. Gypsy. Mariah Qualls. Estrella Venegas. Stacy Lee. Unidentified. 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 Unidentified.
Hold that face down, boy. It don't know you. That face got a mouth prettier than a mouth should be. 1,000 miles away from the Lord, now the night clouds ain't nothing but tinfoil on a turkey. Hold my keys, boy. I'm hungry. I need this. I need both my hands for this. Got no business being pretty, boy. Pretty as a pucker on a street sign makes me hard just thinking about it. Swell like a tick when I'm done. Go on and barter like a whore on a Sunday. You got no right to be seeing this. Got no right to be making such a mockery. I don't know who told you we like company. I am here to tell you otherwise. I am wishing someone else could see this. I am wishing you would put up a little more fight. I am taking your clothes off with my eyes. I am warming up my car. I am buying extra batteries. I am shitting or getting off the pot. I am sucking on red licorice. I am adjusting my belt with one hand. I am decorating all the windows with tinsel. I am getting up from this pew in a minute. I am thinking of all the signs I should have hung. I am putting up the groceries. I am putting out my cigarette in the carpet. I am listening to your bones telling secrets. I am shifting from fourth into third. I am wondering what to do with your tongue. I am singing, He will raise you up on eagle's wings. I am looking right through you. I am here to protect this house. I am remembering something my mama said. I am here to tell you one thing. I am keeping my good boots on.
To talk about it, one must remove the jewelry, cross the legs. One must be diligent not to imagine anything. There are metaphors for this. One is to hang all of the questions in the air. The 8-year-old asleep under her mother's desk in the morning. You are in a dark hole. Strangled with an electrical cord. Shot. Burned and found next to her packed luggage. Shot. Wounds and defensive bruises. Partially clothed. Shot. A bruise. Shot. In the open palm of the left hand. Shot. Someone is near you. Shot. 17 times. Shot. Stabbed in the chest. Shot. In the dump. In the street. Shot. In her home. Shot. 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 Beheaded. Shot. Shot. A mile away from her body. Shot. Raped. Shot. And then raped. Shot. And then raped. Shot. At close range. Shot. You depend on the possibility that what follows exquisite fear exists perfectly outside of you and without meaning. You depend on the nearness of what is not yet outside of you. The nearness of outside. The nearness of not yet. Trying to make this enjoyable. I'm doing my very best. So, in the vein of making this enjoyable, I have thought a lot about how I want to die because I'm surrounded by all this death, right? So I'm like, how do I want to die? Well, I want to go out in an orgy. That's what I've decided. Because, come on. You gotta go. That's the way to go. Do you believe in God? If you're going to kill yourself, I mean, for real, show some tenacity and pursuit, you're going to have a better plan than testosterone. A beard may be dirty, but it's no erasure. And you're looking for obliteration. But you're still too polite to be messy, too PDA to disappear, too much of a good house guest to go peeing in the snow. You've always been agreeable to repetition. There are women who, when accused of witchery, maintain their humor and their decency. Lying in graves they dug themselves and covered with the most rickety piece of plywood, the women imagined dictionaries raining down on them in the form of pebbles and concrete. Ever in love with symmetry, they called for more weight, more pillows. You aim to be just like them. When you imagine that baby come home to Jesus moment, you wish for it under a pride of hardcore. You wish for cocks in every stage of abandon. You wish for 2 behind you and 3 in front. If you've been good at even one thing you've done, you pray that heaven is going to pour down on you in the form of a bubble fest, a waterfall, more blow. They can't